Have you ever found yourself questioning whether your relationship is healthy or if it's rather toxic? Relationships, in their essence, are meant to foster love, respect, and growth. But sometimes they can take a turn for the worse, becoming toxic and detrimental to our well-being. Recognizing the signs of a toxic relationship is crucial, allowing us to take steps towards healthier dynamics. Today we'll delve into the telltale signs of a toxic relationship and the steps to get out. A toxic relationship doesn't just appear overnight. It's often a slow process that can be hard to recognize until you're deep in it. So let's dive into identifying the signs that you might be in a toxic relationship. First, constant criticism. If you frequently feel belittled or inadequate, it could be a sign. Imagine a partner who points out your flaws and mistakes more often than they praise your strengths. That isn't someone who's helping you grow, they're breaking you down. Then there's the feeling of being drained. Relationships should be a source of energy, not a constant drain. If you find yourself exhausted mentally or emotionally after spending time with your partner, it's a sign. It's like you've just run a marathon but all you've done is spent a Sunday afternoon together. Next, walking on eggshells. This is when you're always worried about saying or doing the wrong thing. It's like living in a minefield, constantly worried about setting off an explosion. You should feel comfortable and safe with your partner, not constantly on edge. Control issues are another telltale sign. If your partner is always dictating what you do, who you see, or where you go, it's a red flag. A relationship should be a partnership, not a dictatorship. Imagine a partner who insists on choosing your clothes or your friends. That's not love, that's control. Finally, lack of trust. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. If you're always second-guessing your partner's actions or words, or if they're doing the same to you, it's a sign of a toxic relationship. It's like building a house on quicksand. It's bound to sink sooner or later. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards taking control of your life and making the necessary changes. Remember, nobody deserves to be in a toxic relationship. It's up to you to identify the signs and take action to ensure your happiness and well-being. Once you've recognized that you're in a toxic relationship, the next step is to figure out how to get out. It's a challenging journey, but one well worth undertaking for your mental and emotional health. Let's go through the necessary steps together. The first step is to acknowledge the problem. It sounds simple, but it's perhaps one of the hardest parts of the process. It requires you to be honest with yourself, to look at the relationship objectively and say, "This isn't healthy for me." It's not about blaming or pointing fingers, but about understanding that the dynamic isn't working and it's causing you distress. Once you've done that, the next step is to seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or trusted individuals in your life who can provide a listening ear, comfort, and advice. It's essential to remember that you're not alone in this journey. Others have walked this path before and they can provide valuable insights and emotional support. The third step is to set boundaries. This can be particularly challenging if you're used to people-pleasing or if your toxic relationship has eroded your sense of self-worth. But remember, you have the right to say no, to demand respect, and to expect kindness. Setting boundaries is about reclaiming your power and control over your own life. Next, focus on self-care. This is not just about bubble baths and spa days, but about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. It might mean regular exercise, a healthy diet, therapy, meditation, or simply taking time to do things you love. Self-care is about nurturing yourself and building resilience. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. Sometimes the trauma from toxic relationships can run deep, and it might require the assistance of a therapist or counselor to help navigate the healing process. They can provide tools and strategies to cope and to rebuild your self-esteem. Remember, it's not easy to break free from a toxic relationship, but it's necessary for your well-being. You deserve respect, kindness, and love. Don't settle for anything less. In conclusion, being in a toxic relationship can be damaging, but recognizing the signs and taking steps to get out can lead to a healthier and happier life. To recap, some key signs include constant criticism, a lack of respect, and feeling drained. To get out, it's crucial to establish boundaries, seek support, and prioritize self-care. If you find yourself in this situation, remember that help is available. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship that makes you feel loved, respected, and valued. Don't settle for anything less.